Hi friends, my name is Ashwini. I welcome you all today to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my confessions of being a parent, or what are the things that I have learned, because uh, sure, as people say that it is going to be a life-changing experience and your life will be upside down and all. To some extent, some of these things are true, but then not all of them. I mean, there is a lot of overwhelm that gets associated with parenthood, and I'm just here to share my experience. So if you are a new parent, you will relate with these experiences, and if you are not, trust me, some of them will help you if and ever you decide to get into the journey of parenthood. And also, I'm saying a parent and a parenthood because although it is a big commitment physically by the mother, emotionally, and all, by birthing the baby and carrying it for 9 months and then feeding and all those things, I think the other partner also has a very important role to play, because when it comes to support, when it comes to care, when it comes to being there, because everyone is taking care of the mother, and even that person is taking care of the partner, is taking care of the mother, but I think their role is also very important. And nonetheless, whether they birth or not, they also go through a lot of experiences themselves after becoming a parent. So long intro, let's get right into the video. The birth had happened, and the next day I was going to be released from the hospital, because it, as I said, it was normal delivery, so they don't keep you for that long. But I, the baby was there, and I was like, okay, what do I do now? I look at my husband, my husband is like, what do we do now with this baby? Because no matter how much you read about it, no matter how many videos you see, you might be a little bit prepared, but when that moment of truth comes in front of you, that this is your baby and now you are responsible for everything related to this human being, it kind of gets a little bit too real too fast. Trust me, the next day when I was going to be released from the hospital, I was going to bring my baby. Just before we left, everybody was out, and my husband was doing the formalities. I had the baby in my hand, and I just looked at him and I was like, look, you are new at this, I'm new at this, you are a new baby, exactly, I am also a new mother, and this is going to be a journey for both of us. I'm going to give my best to provide you with the best everything that I can manage, and please be patient with me. And I don't know what, that 2 days old son of mine just looked at me, and he was just looking and staring into my eyes, and it kind of, that was actually a bonding moment. Okay, so everybody says you look at the baby and you're like full of joy and happiness. I was happy, but that was not actually the bonding moment when I saw him for the first time. But the second day, when I was holding him with my hands and I was talking to him and I was telling him that, you know what, look, it's okay, we will get through this together. And he also looked back, something clicked, and then that was the moment when I realized, okay, he's with me in this and I can get through this. It will be nice for you as well when you have a baby, or if you had a baby, you know that one bonding moment when you know it is you are going to be a parent and you are going to be okay about it. So overwhelm is going to be a conscious state of mind after you become a parent, and that is okay. If you're not feeling overwhelmed, I mean, congrats, but for me at least, it was kind of overwhelming every single time. And we just had the baby, and then after a week we had to go to my mother's place. That's where I was going to spend my postpartum. And my family members were very nice and kind enough, they welcomed us very nice, even the baby, and there was a small party and all those things had happened. But as soon as everything happened and everyone got back to their work, I was in the room with the baby, and I was like, yeah, that's it, now I am going to be with this boy all the time, and I'm very grateful for that. But I think I'm going to miss out on a lot of things, and I won't be able to go to parties. I won't be. And anyways, there were no parties. I mean, we were all in lockdown, but still, the state of mind was saying that, and it was getting a little bit overwhelming. And that's when I spoke to my husband, and hence I say that the partner's role is also very important in the parenthood. And I told him that I think I just don't know how I'm going to do all this all by myself. And he said, don't worry, I am there, but don't feel overwhelmed, because just look at the baby. I mean, he was so accurate and so on point at that time. Just look at this baby, he has just come into this world. Within 7 days, he was first in your stomach, the next morning he is in the hospital, the next morning because we were released, it was a normal delivery, so they let us go home immediately on the second day. He was in our house in Pune, and now after 4 days he is in a new place in Satara. And this is not even the beginning of what all he has to now go through. He has to like learn to read and run. Why read, I'm saying? Okay, learn to walk, learn to eat, learn to do everything, and he's up for that challenge. And so that's what I'm saying. If you have a newborn, you just look at that newborn and think of all the things that the newborn has to go through and learn, and actually. But so if that tiny soul is able to do that, you as a parent definitely will be able to do that. And that's when every time I felt overwhelmed, I looked at my baby and I thought that even more than me, it is him who has to develop and grow a lot. And for that, I don't need to be overwhelmed because he is not overwhelmed, and that's how you also will be able to go through that situation very easily. Third thing is, this is the most fun part. Since I had help, I thought, I'm good, I can get this done and all those things. But just I think 8 weeks postpartum, my mother was detected from corona, and obviously it was not safe for me to stay there. So I grab my baby, grab all the things, and just run back to Pune. And I was actually thinking, how am I going to do this? Because my baby is used to my father and my mother. They used to take care of him when I needed some time, and now it's all me. And then my husband was also there, but he was working from home. But he had his 9 to 10 hours of work that he had to do, so he was not there. And on top of that, the house help that I had was not there, and my cook also, there was some emergency. I don't remember. So she was not there. So I was like, all of a sudden, okay, now there is no one to entertain the kid, there is no one to cook food, there is no one to clean the house, and my husband also has to work. And how am I going to do this? Because I was very much used to having some help for the first 8 weeks at least. So I thought, I don't know how I will do this. But then again, as it is, I don't know, after you become a parent, you kind of feel this strength in you that no matter what, I'll take care of the baby and I will be fine. So that's what happened. And I used to cook and clean when he was sleeping. It was almost 2.5 months later that I had to come. 2 months later, I had to come back to Pune, and almost an entire month I was here by myself. And till then, I didn't even know how to malish my baby. But then, see, time teaches you everything, and situation teaches you everything. I learned everything. To malish him, to bathe him, and to cook food when he's sleeping, and to cook food and do all the work around the house. Of course, I was not working at that time. I was on my maternity leave, so that part is also there. But thinking that since I have help, I'm able to manage, was kind of a shift there, that even though I don't have help, I can manage my family. And yes, the most important point, sleep. Yes, this is true. Sleep gets compromised like anything. Me and my husband are such suckers for sleep. You can sleep for 9 hours, 10 hours straight before even when I was pregnant, people would say, like, towards the end of the pregnancy, you start losing sleep and you will sleep less. Nothing like that happened to me. I used to sleep for 9 to 10 hours. I would literally snore. That is how, in a deep sleep I used to go. And I am a person who is generally used to sleeping a lot. Given any other choice than sleeping, I would prefer sleeping all the time other than eating. But then yes, sleep does get compromised a lot, because it is just a pattern of a newborn baby. And even now, like 6-7 months later also, I don't think I have had sleep for continuous 4 hours for the last 6 months. Never. And it is okay, it's not that bad, because I'm saying I was a person who used to sleep so much, and then going towards the schedule where I get only 3 or 4 hours of sleep, 3 hours maybe at a stretch, not more than that. That's okay, because your little one needs you, and it is totally fine. It is not that big a deal. As I said, as long as you can work it out with your partner. So he was working, my husband was working, although it was work from home, I did not want to disturb his sleep. So as a mother, I thought that somehow nature has given me the strength, to overcome my sleep and take care of my baby, and I should not trouble the entire family for that. So I made sure that at least for a couple of months, I and my baby used to sleep alone in the room, so that if he gets up in the night, if he cries, I don't disturb others in the room, because then the next day they have work, or they have to take care, like my mother had to take care of me, my husband had to work, and so if their sleep is compromised, they will not be able to do their day-to-day activities. So my sleep was which was compromised, so I should not involve them. So that's what I'm saying, that if you have help, very good, very nice. But I personally chose to not have anybody in the room at night, and I had absolutely given strict warnings to everyone to not come in my room no matter how much the baby cries, because I didn't want their sleep to get but you as a parent will have less sleep, and that is totally fine. You'll be able to do it. I'm blessed with a very nice baby who does not cry as much as mine, but yes, he does wake up every 3 or 4 hours, and I should be there for him. So, but that's okay. If you need help, ask for it. But what I'm trying to say here is that yes, your sleep is going to be compromised, but you can deal with that. And if you can't, talk to your partner, talk to somebody who's helping you to have the baby for 1 or 2 hours, and you can sleep peacefully, and it will just, it will be okay. It will be okay is what I'm trying to tell you. And after having a baby, of course, for the first 3 or 4 months, of absolutely you will have to be indoors a lot. Having said that, my baby has traveled every single month, at least from here, Pune to Satara, Satara to Pune, Pune to Mumbai, and Mumbai to Pune. This has happened for quite a number of times now, almost 4 to 5. Every month of his life he has traveled, although locally, but yes, we had to go out. So that is okay, but it was also necessary. It was not like we were doing it on purpose. But if you really want to travel, it will take some time, because you need to know how you adjust. Of course, there are travel couples and travel family vloggers who travel with like even a 2-month-old or a 3-month-old. Personally, for us, we thought that with the situation that was going around, it is more important for him to be safe than him to travel. So for first 3 months, for 4-5 months actually, we were just traveling whenever necessary to our native place, but mostly we spent the time indoors. But I realized that after 4 months and 5 months, when he started holding his neck high properly, and we could take him in a carrier, and now with a stroller, it gets easier. You can go out. I mean, earlier both of us couldn't go out together. Either I had to stay with the baby or my husband had to stay with the baby. But later on, after 4 to 5 months, I think it is okay. You both can go out and have fun with the baby. Every parenthood is different, experience is different, your baby is different, my baby is different. And so, but one thing that is for sure common in all parenthood is that I think your baby is the most precious thing that happens, and just everything just blurs out when you see that little gorgeous face, right? So that's all for today's video. You take care till the next time. Bye bye.